Hey guys, it's me, the Half. So today I'm going to put out a video, quick video, and I'll talk about different ways you can make money on the side, at home, after work, whenever you decide. Um, all it requires is, it'll take probably a few dollars to get a few essential tools, and another thing it'll require is your imagination. I'll show you a couple of things that I've made myself, where I got the products from, and it's quite easy. So the first product I'm going to show you, it is a table lamp right here. It's not quite complete yet. I still have to put this, attach this bottom here. But when it's finished, this is what it'll look like basically. I don't know if you can see. It's basically maple leaf. I use that as a plate. And this is just a log I got from, I went to the river, I got a dried up piece of log. I peeled it. You can tell this is what it looks like. So let me set this down here. I don't have the plate on it yet, so it's not very sturdy, but yeah, once the plate's on there, it sits like a charm. I've made tons of them, and as a matter of fact, the light that's behind me here, that's why I'm wearing sunglasses, so it lights up the camera a little more, but it's kind of bright. So but yeah, the light I have behind me is actually one of these lamps. If I didn't need it, I would show you that one as well. So yeah, all you do is you go down to the river, get yourself a dried up chunk of log. It doesn't really have to be any specific size. Just take it home, make sure it's dry, nice. Skin off the bark. You just need a knife or whatever for that. And then I just took a hand sander, or you can even do it with your hand. Get let's say an 80 grit sandpaper, and just sand it down really nicely. And once you feel happy with it, just you go to the store, you get something, it's called Danish oil. You just take that, it's kind of like varnish, but it's not. It's called Danish oil, and you want to go for the natural. There's a bunch of different shades of it, different kinds. You want the natural one. And you just put on a layer, let it dry for a couple hours, put on another layer of it, and then let it sit for about 24 hours. If it's not enough for you, you can put on as many layers as you want, basically till you're happy. That's what I do, at least. You can use your imagination, you can do whatever you want. You could even get a different shade of Danish oil if you feel that you like it to be darker. It's completely up to you. That's just one of the things that you can make. And yeah, all you do is, you might need a handsaw or whatnot to cut it. That's just, you can get those anywhere at your local hardware store. A couple other things that I've made, at least, and that anybody can make, I'll show you here. This is a wine rack I made just recently. It's about this long. And the way I did it, I kind of corked it. It holds 5 bottles, and I kind of have it corked up like that. The same thing with that. If you look really closely, you can see the Danish oil. It brings out the grain in the wood. Just let me set this down. So yeah, same thing. I got a chunk of log, cut off skinned the bark, sand it down really nicely. I got a drill with the drill bit that's basically the same circumference as a wine bottle. Drilled all the holes out, sanded, obviously rounded off the holes like where I cut, made sure it's all nice and smooth. Took Danish oil, I gave that one about 5 layers. Then I was happy with that. Again, you can do whatever you please. The more layers you put on there, the darker it's going to get, and the shinier it's going to get. So it's completely up to you. I've made a few. I got one more I'm going to show you. It's wine rack as well, but it's different. I found this really cool chunk of log. This is what it looks like. And I did this one differently. As you can see, I just did partial cutouts, so it's open-ended. It only holds 3 bottles, but it's really cool. It's a really cool piece. Just gonna put it. Yeah, and I didn't have a blueprint or nothing for that. Basically, I just used my imagination. You see a chunk of dry, dead piece of log, just take it, just use your imagination. Think what you can make out of it. You can make wine racks out of it, table lamps, you name it. You can do anything you want with it pretty much. A couple other things that I made myself, you have to buy that wood obviously, is picnic tables. Picnic tables, I can do about 4 a day of them if I really tried. I can do 4. I also make wishing wells, and for those of you that don't really know how to do that, if you Google wishing well plants, there's more than enough online for like free plants. Same with picnic tables. If you need like a blueprint or plan for like knowing how wide and how long your cuts have to be, just go online. There's tons of blueprints for that. So then once you've made the product, those things, if you market it properly on your on classified ads such as Craigslist, Etsy, you can sell like the smaller items. You can sell on Etsy. Craigslist is usually really good for. It's done really well for me. And we also have something here. It's called Kijiji. I don't know. It's a Canadian thing. I don't know if it's anywhere else, but I've made a shit ton of sales over Kijiji with this stuff. You could also use Facebook. Every town pretty much has a buy and sell or a garage sale page. Just look where you live, figure out if there's one there available there, join the group. It usually doesn't cost you a penny, and just put these up and see what they go for. Those lamps, once you have the log made and once you're happy with it, you'll have to drill a hole in the middle to drill all the way through them. Then what you do is you go to the hardware store, you get yourself they're called table lamp kits, and basically all the electrical packages in there. Basically, you don't need to buy anything else. That entire package has everything you need to complete that lamp. I don't know, packages can be anywhere between $10 and $15. So you can easily take one of those, build it or make it, and you can sell it for at least $30 to $40 to $50, depending how unique it is. If you have a really unique piece of log that's got like lots of character to it, you might be able to get more. If you have bigger, thicker ones, you might be able to get more. It all depends how creative you become with that. That's how much money you'll get. Me personally, I've done very well for myself with just these kinds of products, and also with picnic tables. I've done very, very well with them. I actually just recently got an order for 15 picnic tables, one person. Yeah, that's going to keep me busy for a few weeks. But yeah, and that's all putting an ad on Kijiji. Another way you can see before you invest any of that money, if there's money to be made, is put an ad out. See if you guys get any bites. If you get people replying to your ads, then you know there's a demand for that certain product. It's a good way to basically test the waters, so to speak. And like I talked about Facebook. Facebook, it's a very, very powerful tool. Like if you use it properly, you can you can make a lot of money on Facebook with selling products. That's basically, and I don't pay for advertising, nothing. All my advertising is done for free, like with the methods that I talked about, and Craigslist. Obviously, everybody knows about Craigslist. Hopefully, it's also a very powerful tool. So those are just just a few suggestions. And when I say become creative, like what I'm talking about is like my table lamp, for instance. Just take that as an example. I decided to do, instead of just putting a square round plate on it, I decided to take a chunk of wood. Like I found this really big log. I took off a slice and I basically designed, this is what the plate looks like. I decided to make a maple leaf out of it. And if you look real closely, and that's also this Danish oil on there, but you can see like it's got really cool character. So that's what I mean by being creative. Don't just do what the other person would do. Just put like a square, make a square or a round slice of wood and plate it. Do something cool like that. Make a maple leaf out of it. Make something out of it. Don't just leave it be generic. Don't have a generic design. Have something that stands out. That's basically what I do. Again, you guys can come up with your own creative ideas. It's completely up to you. That's pretty much all I have for you for this video. It's getting up there already, so anyway, I plan on posting more videos. I have a lot more cool ideas, a lot different ideas than the ones you've seen today, so stay posted. Cheers, until we meet again.